Hi guys, it's Nancy here and I'm back with another process video for you, and I'm using a mixture of new and old stash. I picked these two pieces here, the floral and the diamondy kind of shape. They are from the new Chamel collection and they're actually probably some of my least favourite. And I decided as I brought the whole paper pad that I should probably try and use the ones I like the least first, because I've got ideas for other ones. So I don't know if that logic is going to work, but I thought I'd try it. So I'm going to be scrapping this picture of the Dobby crochet little toy I made because we went to Harry Potter World, or Harry Potter Studios in London, and so I wanted to just scrap a little page of him. I am also going to be doing a whole Harry Potter album, so I did want this to go on my main album. So this background kind of grew on me, but it wasn't one of my favourites, but I do love the autumnal feel of that collection. So I pulled out these older pieces from Simple Stories, and a lot of them had a knitted element to it, not crochet, a knitted element, but I thought I could kind of get that to work. So what I'm doing is I'm just fussy cutting out a heart from one of the cards, and I'm going to use that on here somewhere because, as I said, it's knitted, not crochet, but it kind of works. So I'm just going to be going through my different bits and pieces, my little pots and bits I've got lying around, to see if I can add anything. And some of these are older bits, some of these are bits people sent me. It's a real mixed bag on this layout, but I actually quite like it, and I like how adding all the different collections kind of works quite well. So it's a little bit of a change of colour tone for me, but I do like the autumnal tones, which is why I brought the Chamel collection, because I really like them. But yeah, it was just a little bit challenged because I'm doing lots of kind of like bright layouts recently, so this was a little bit of a change. So I found some bits up there. I was looking at that Amy Tan craft sheet, but I decided as this had wood grain on rather than craft, I was going to try and use that. Again, different offcuts and bits and pieces that I just got lying around. This is a piece from Maggie Holmes. Again, I've been cutting in and out of this sheet for quite a while. Just taking little bits and pieces off, so I've just cut a little label off here. As I said, I think I'm better off leaving them as whole sheets than cutting everything apart, because I can kind of think more about what I want to use. So I've just cut off a couple of extra bits off there, and I'm going to now start to build up. That green piece I pulled off that Maggie Holmes, there is a green in the Chamel, and it is a kind of pale sort of apple green, so that's going to work quite well for a little bit of journaling. So again, I've cut another piece out from the Simple Stories, which I'm going to use to cover little bits and pieces. And as I said, the Chamel collection is really nice because there's a nice navy, there's a kind of rust orange, and then there's like this apple green and then the teal. So I kind of quite like it, and it kind of worked with these pictures, I think. So I'm just going to be adding some mist to the background, my normal technique. Now I've kind of got my base layer sorted. So I'm adding some Route 66. I'm then going to be adding some teal on there. And then I was just thinking, maybe that washi tape's going to work. And that's that We Are Memory Keepers washi tape that I got in a Light Forever kit, which I've used a couple of times, but I can't see me using that whole reel. It's going to be a bit of a challenge. So I'm starting to add my layers down, and I've got that little picture of a sock because, of course, we had to make sure Dobby was free and had a sock. So this is like a little time, like almost like a film time reel. So I just cut that from that basic grey. Is it High Five? That might be in the collection. And I thought that was going to work well because, bear in mind, this is a theme, a film theme thing. So I'm just cutting off that little bit of tag so I can pull a little bit more green over to that side. I then have these small labels which someone gifted me in a rack, and I'm not sure where they come from. They are like little almost tabs, but I've just cut them apart. I'm not sure where they came from, but they're kind of cool. So I'm now just going through the sticker sheet, trying to use up stickers. Because I do often find I get to a certain point with sticker sheets and then you're just left. I've got a Maggie Holmes chipboard piece which has got like 3 left. So I'm getting to the point where maybe I just need to take the sticky off the back and put them in my generic kind of die cuts and pieces. Because I keep looking at them going, I'm not sure when I'm going to use this. So I'm now building up my cluster at the bottom there. So I'm just using a label. That round circle, and again that was gifted to me, I don't know what brand that is, and I'm sticking my little heart down there. I'm going through these wood veneer pieces. These were from Jelly Bean Soup, the Hello Healthy or Healthy Soup. I had some of those on my desk, so I'm just going to stick them down, sort of pointing towards the socks and to Dobby. I like using arrows and stuff on layouts. It just kind of makes everything go nicely. I pulled these hearts out. These are old Studio Calico hearts, but the green was just slightly off, so I didn't end up using those. And then going through and find some stickers. These are on a cream base. These are Simple Stories ones. So I'm just going through, just picking a few off that kind of apply, and just sticking them around the layout. And that's also just bring a little bit more interest into those clusters. And then found a load more of them, annoyingly, which probably had slightly better phrases, but I couldn't be bothered to pick them off. So I just added one of those to each of my clusters, and now I'm going to be looking at my alphas that I can use. I don't want to use a thicker one here, because I think, that'd be too big, so I'm looking through my stash of smaller letters and seeing what I can find, and pulling out the ones that kind of match the colours of this collection. Find some more stickers while I'm looking as well, so I'm like, I really must sort my stickers out, because I have quite a few. I think that my mind's eye lost and found one. I think I've had that so long ago. I think I've pulled it out so many times and it's never gotten a layout. But anyway, so I'm now going to kind of be looking and thinking, right, what can I add to this? I lost my pokey tool, and now watching this video, I can see my pokey tool is sitting in that tray. But I found my backup pokey tool, and pulled that out. So I've now pulled out that Chevron We Are Memory Keepers tape, and I'm going to be putting that at the bottom of this layout. I did end up then moving it down as well, because it wasn't really showing under the label. So I do just peel that off and move it down slightly. It grounds it slightly. I mean, I think if I had not added it to layout, it wouldn't have made much difference. But I do just add it to a couple of spots, just to bring a little pop of orange. And I'm going to fuss around. I fuss around with this tape because it's trying to get it to look straight, and just annoying. But yes, so I end up sticking that down in those 2 clusters. I then pull off a little label that says date, and I am going to end up putting the date down there using some older Studio Calico alphas, which I have had in a long, long time. I think I got them when Studio Calico first started doing their Project Life boxes, so quite a while. So I'm just picking off the alphas. I'm going to have different alphas for my title, and I'm going to have to butcher a couple just to make the alphas I need. And this is a set navy. It's a slightly brighter navy than what's on the paper, but it's going to kind of tie in. Okay, so I'm just butchering and a Z to get my other bit of my E. And then I'm just cutting these ones down for the little bit there. So I like it. I like how it looks. I said I'm going to do some journaling underneath there. I then pulled out these, and I had enough to put July 16 down. So that's good. As you can see, I'm kind of limited on what letters I've got here, but I do really love the font on these. So I'm quite happy that I got those used up. That does also mean that I can then pull in another of those arrows just to point to that, because there's a little bit of gap where it says date, another bit. I didn't really think that out when I stuck that label down, but hey ho. So I am going to end up just putting another arrow there. So I'm going to mount this up on that cardstock, and that's just going to kind of bring everything together, even though that is a patterned, not a solid paper. And I said I'm really happy with how this looks, so I'm just adding a little bit more mist, and then I'm going to add that wood veneer. So I want to thank all you guys for watching. There'll be some more videos coming up soon. Bye!